Good evening. How are you? Welcome. Hey, this is another edition again of the Kgosi FM live show. Coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za. Coming to you live again on www.segongane.holdings.co.za/Kgosi FM/. My name is Kgosi FM and welcome again to the show today on a Monday, the 7th of April, 2025, going fast towards Easter weekend. We are coming. And then so thanks so much for joining me again on the review of this video up here. Face the Nation in the he had a talk with Billy Ocamp. Billy Ocamp is the DA spokesperson, national spokesperson, and let me just read Billy Mosaka Baiza. From the EFF CCT Central Command Team. So yeah, we're gonna be reviewing the video. We're gonna react to a video that he said that he played, that he did about these people talking about "Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer," the song itself. Remember, Kerry, we had a little court case last time. It says to us, no, it's not hate speech. And Malema was singing this thing on Heritage Day, as well. Heritage Day, yes. He was singing that song again, and it flared up on Twitter. It's something else. If you can look at Twitter now, Twitter is on fire. You know, from all this right wingers who just sprang up after Elon Musk took over the X platform. But we're going to review that. But before then, we're going to go for our sponsor, and then we'll take it from there. From there, we're going to continue after this message. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site, and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Yeah, that's our sponsor for today, Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic, and they don't take medical aid. They only take 350 consultation, and the medicine is separate as well. So this is all the services that they're giving: primary health care, abortion clinic, circumcision clinic, sauna, ECG, laboratory blood services, HIV testing and treatment, occupational health and safety, family planning, DNA test, CCMDD, double lab meds, IV yellow drip therapy, wound care clinic, and COVID test when we're still doing that. So if you want to come and join them over, please do so, and then you will be able to get help on medical services and clinic. Yeah, going back to the video, like I said earlier, guys, talking to this man, Billy Ocamp, and EFF. Member of the CCT Central Command Team. Babu has killed the boer, killed the farmer. So you're going to be reviewing that today and talking about what is this person's reasons behind the DA now saying they're going to take this to court again. They've lost, and then they talk about all these things. So we're going to be almost going to stop the video, continue, and then review it as we go on. That's how we're going to do this. So let's go to the video now and see what is it that he has said, was said about this thing, and then we can, like I said, we're going to be reviewing it, and then stopping, then talking, then just like that until we're finished. Let's look at this.
Great to have you with us here on SABC News. On the show tonight, now that the Constitutional Court agrees that singing the song Dubuli Bunu or Kill the Boer is constitutionally protected under the right to freedom of speech, why is the DA still calling for the EFF to stop singing the song? Earlier today, the Constitutional Court dismissed AfriForum's attempt to reverse an earlier Supreme Court of Appeal judgment which found that the singing of this song did not constitute hate speech. The DA and the EFF will speak to us tonight.
Shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Attention.
That's Julius Malema singing the Dubula Ipunu song at a rally recently. The Constitutional Court has today dismissed AfriForum's leave to appeal this Kill the Boer song. In fact, that judgment which found that the chant did not constitute hate speech. Remember, the Equality Court ruled that the singing of the song, which means shoot the Boer, does not constitute hate speech nor incite violence. AfriForum tried to appeal that judgment. I want to remind you now just a bit of what Judge Edwin Molahlehi said when he made the ruling. It was a fascinating judgment to go through.
In the light of the above, I find that AfriForum has failed to make out a case that the lyrics in the impugned song constitute hate speech as envisaged in Section 10(1) and 7(a) of the Equality Act. The order. In the circumstances, the following order is made. 1. The complaint that the first impugned song, open quote, kiss the Boer or kill the Boer or kiss the farmer, close quote, constitute hate speech and unfair discrimination is dismissed. 2. The complaint that the second song sung, open quote, Bizani E Fire Brigade, close quote, open quote, call the fire brigade, constitute hate speech and unfair discrimination is dismissed. The complainant is to pay the cost of the suit. I hand the judgment.
All right, so they lost the case, and not only lost the case, but they had to pay the court as well. You know, there was a court order that says it's not hate speech, and then they try again to go to the constitutional court this time to try to review or to to change the court order that the Supreme Court has given, and the constitutional court said no. You know, that's what they did. AfriForum has been trying so much to be a government underground for far too long. They've been trying to undermine our government by going to America, by doing and going to tell all manner of nonsense outside there. So they've been trying to do that all along, and now the highest court in the land has finally put this thing to rest. They said, listen, this isn't going to happen. You understand? So they lost twice. They had to pay costs on the first court, and I don't know if constitutional court placed any monetary value on this thing. I hope it did. Let's continue.
So the judge was basically saying that the lyrics to the song form a necessary part of the South African rhetoric and political history. He found that when the lyrics are read in context, they communicate the displeasure of the EFF and by extension, its supporters' frustration with the failings of the ANC since the...
And not only the EFF, Clement. This song was not sung by the EFF in 19 when it was sung by Peter Bugab. It was sung by black students and black people. So it was actually more presenting us who are in the struggle, that we are tired of the system of apartheid. So hence the Boer, the farmer. It's not a matter of the Boer itself like human being. It's a matter of the system that was there. So this song was not only, this one is in the context of the EFF. They are making it as if it's the EFF thing. It's not an EFF thing. This thing has been there ever since Peter Mugabe's struggle days, when he was chanting that. So it's not the EFF. It actually represents every black student or everybody who represents himself or identifies himself as part of the struggle. Let's continue.
Country gained democracy. And the EFF has always been clear on that. They say that they sing this song to push for land reform and radical economic transformation. So basically the judge says the proper interpretation of this song has to be located within the political context within which it is sung. Now, the DA has released a statement right after this ruling from the Constitutional Court, calling on the EFF and whoever still sings this Kill the Boer song to stop, regardless of this judgment. The party says the song is unacceptable and divisive. And as you may be aware, this is the view that is also held by AfriForum. This is a view...
How is it divisive? What is it dividing? Who is it dividing? I want to understand. How is this song divisive according to the DA and AfriForum? I mean, for them to have Orania in this country at this moment. That is divisive. And they've got nothing to do. They don't even say anything about that. They've got Orania now in this country, and I've never heard a DA say nothing about that. They're saying what you are doing there is divisive. But then sing a first song, a chant, a song, hi, kill the boer, the farmer, it's divisive all of a sudden.
That's also held by senior U.S. President Donald Trump's allies in the U.S., like Elon Musk, like the Secretary of State in the U.S., Marco Rubio. They want the song to stop. In fact, they believe it leads to the so-called persecution of white Afrikaners in the country.
Anyway, Elon Musk is a boy who grew up in Pretoria, man, inside a suburb with a white rich father who had mines everywhere under cheap labor. So I wouldn't really mind, because Marco Rubio and the rest of them, they are all right-wingers in the U.S. They are all right-wingers. They love white supremacy too much for them. So white people are more superior than anybody else. So they will always say it leads to the killing of anybody, because Elon Musk told them to. You understand? Elon Musk told them, listen, hey, my brothers are dying in South Africa. Let's go and say it. You want to. Who are you to come and tell us to stop singing a song in this country? You have your own problems there. Sort them out. Leave us alone.
DA says this song has no place in our society, regardless of any legal ruling on its constitutionality. Here's the party's federal executive member, Willie Ocamp.
The continued chanting of the phrase, kill the boer, is unacceptable and it is divisive. While legal rulings may exist, this chant incites violence and deepens societal divisions. Political leaders, including Julius Malema, must be held accountable. Farmers play a vital role in our nation, and promoting such division.
But we're not talking about a farmer, really. Like a farmer, like someone who farms, like you. He's a farmer, by the way. He's going to say it in the video now that he's a farmer. We don't say go kill a person. We talk about killing the system. That is still there in the apartheid. That is still in South Africa now. Doesn't mean 94, everything just went out and then like everything was done. The system is still there. So he was talking about that. We're not talking about the person, human being. So, and then I said to them, these people are so fun because it's only good for them if it benefits them. But if it benefits the rest of the people, no, it's fine. Why are they not saying anything about Orania at the moment? Them, Marco Rubio and the rest of them, and this one as well. Why aren't they talking about Orania? That Orania cannot exist in this country. It's divisive. But when it suits them, it's divisive. We can't do this. Hypocrisy at its best when you talk about these people. Hypocrisy at its best. And now black people, I would wish all of us to stand up and really defend this and say this is not going to happen. We stand up and defend it with everything that we have. I wish you could do that. But some of us are out there supporting them, which is wrong. There's nothing divisive about this song. There's no way it's not causing any division. Nobody's causing any division. You are the ones who don't want to be told the truth, who can face the facts.
Division harms our unity. We need leadership that fosters peace, not division. And we call on President Ramaphosa to also publicly condemn this phrase.
Now, the EFF leader Julius Malema previously responded to attacks to his party for continuing to sing the song.
There is a court decision that must be respected. Those who have appealed it, they must go and fight it in court. We won, and we shall sing this song in line with the court decision. The court of South Africa, an independent court, has made a declaration on this matter and is closed.
So the parties that want the song to be banned have lost this battle in court, as Julius Malema says. And this is the final nail in their legal battles, because this is the constitutional court ruling on this matter, which is the final arbiter. So the question we're asking you tonight is whether you think this song should be retired in public arenas for the purpose of social harmony and cohesion, or whether people and parties must continue to sing it in political contexts and because of freedom of speech. I think this matter has been over-dramatized to create the same false impression that AfriForum has been trying to push with farmer tax. That white
Yeah, we need it, Clement. It's been too much. It's been too much drummed out. So what do you think, guys? Do you think, as the question is being posed now by Clement Manyatela, do you think that we should stop the song? What do you think? Let me know on the comments below. I'm going to put my own thingy-majigger down here that you guys can be able to see what I'm talking about, and then can be able to... text template. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down here. It's going to run down here, and then you guys tell me as well. Put it on those those comments on that, and then tell me what you think about this song. Do you think this song should be stopped being sung? The number is there, 069 692 408, or just comment below, please. Thank you so much.
Afrikaners or farmers are being persecuted and killed in farms, when in fact the police's official statistics show that only one farmer was killed in the last quarter. Those statistics on farm killings recorded 12 farm murders between October and December 2024. 5 of those victims were farm dwellers, 4 were employees, and 1 was a farmer. So farm workers are still killed more than farmers. And it's been found that these attacks, even on farm owners, are not racially motivated. The DA and AfriForum are doing the same even with this song. They want to create an impression that singing this song somehow puts the lives of white farmers at risk. And if that is indeed the case, which farmer has been killed? Because the EFF has been singing this song for years now. Which group of people were inspired to go on a killing spree of farmers after hearing the song? Maybe they can share that with us. The court was clear when it ruled on this. It said struggle songs should be allowed to be sung as freedom of speech and in the political arena. The judge emphasized that the song's interpretation should be considered within its political context, where Malema advocates for land reform or for radical economic transformation. So now that this matter is settled in the Constitutional Court, do you think that the song should be continued to be sung, or should it be banned? You can share your thoughts with us by sending us a WhatsApp on 078 459 1897. Remember, always to tell us your name and surname and where you're sending that voice note from. And please keep it at 30 seconds, or send us an X on @FaceTheNation SABC. After the break, we hear from the DA and the EFF. Stay with us.
Yeah, and our WhatsApp number is 069 692 4788 or 064 548 776. And you can join us or X at Kgosi FM. You can just go and say Kgosi FM on X, and then we can continue. Please let me know. Send me your comments below as well. Tell me what do you think about today's show. Do you think what I'm saying now makes sense, or what do you think exactly? Tell me, should we stop singing this song, Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, because the DA says so? Not because it's wrong, but because the court are saying so. I'm saying no. We're not going to stop singing it. I'm going to sing it. They can sing Delare. Delare, come the Boer can later. They can sing that the stem on its original form. None of us is crying all over the place trying to kill each other and say, oh, listen, they are singing this stem. No, but then we sing a chant that has been sung way before EFF was even formed. Now it's wrong. Let's continue.
Welcome back. We are picking up from this conversation from the comment this evening about the Constitutional Court, which has dismissed AfriForum's attempt to appeal the Supreme Court of Appeal's judgment, which found that the singing of the song Kill the Boer, Tubulipunu, does not constitute hate speech. Ngobile Mhlongo is a member of the EFF Central Command team, joining us now. And Vili Okamp is a member of the Federal Executive for the Democratic Alliance. Ngobile and Vili, thank you so much for making time for us. I'll start with you first, Vili Okamp. This is the highest court in the land that has ruled on this matter. The song doesn't incite violence. So why do you want the EFF to stop singing it?
Good evening, Clement. Clement, the mere fact that something might not be unconstitutional does not say that it is welcome. I think we've got to look at where we are currently in this country. We are building a country. We are building a nation. And in everything that we do, we must ask ourselves whether what we are doing is contributing towards nation building. And I can promise you that this song is definitely not. Not when it's sang and not when it's heard. When it is sung.
Let's talk about this one, the nation building. When did the DA ever says they want to build a nation with us? Like, I don't understand, what are they saying about nation building? When have they ever said they want to build a nation with Black South Africans? They never did. Instead, they've been pushing for anything. They've never condemned AfriForum, by the way. They've made Cape Town to become a white little enclave. They never condemned Oranje, like I said. So, ha buaka nation building, effing. Because we are the ones who voted for the ANC to come into power so that we can be able to unite with these people. They never did that for themselves. So what nation building is this person talking about that the DA is trying to push on us? Why for Boer? When it suits them, that's when they see that it's supposed to build a nation with us. But when it suits us in terms of BEE, the Bella Act, NHI, they don't see nation building there. They see us attacking the Africans and Afrikaners. Hey, someone tell me on the comments below. Thank you.
It is done with a certain message. We all saw over this weekend when we celebrated Human Rights Day, the song that was...
Sorry, Human Rights Day, not Heritage. Remember in the beginning I said Heritage? Isn't the same thing? No, Human Rights Day. Heritage is in September. Sorry. Apologies.
Sung, and the way in which Mr. Malema sang that song. He sang it in a way, pointing with his fingers like a gun, pulling a trigger. It should not be right. And even...
But then it's your own interpretation, really. It doesn't mean he says he must kill people. If I do this, it doesn't mean I'm going to shoot you. That might be Zola 7. Remember Zola 7 in SABC 1? Hey. So you want to create an anthill out of a mole. You know? You want to create something, an ocean out of a small stream. Malema never said kill anybody. Malema said let's go kill people. Even if he does do a gesture like that, doesn't mean that he says kill somebody. So that's your interpretation, Mr. Ville Okam.
If the court said that it is in the ambit of freedom of speech and looked at the historical value thereof, one should always ask yourself, in the context of where we are today, is this contributing towards nation building? And it definitely is not.
Yeah. Why do you believe it is an inflammatory chant? You said in your statement that this song incites violence. What did this song inflame? What violence did it incite?
Well, it asked for kill the boer and then kill the farmer. If you listen and look at the words of the whole song, it calls the boer rapist. It calls the boer murderers. It calls for killing of a specific group in this country. Now,
no, it does not. It calls for the killing of the system. The boer, the system represented here of apartheid was their system. This man here, see him on top of me. They were Boers who benefited from apartheid. So we're talking here about a system of apartheid that needs to be destroyed. You don't talk about the people, specific kind of. You never said so. We never called. This is the lie that AfriForum spread in the US, and they believed it. And these people never condemn and say, but you're not telling the truth. We are not doing that. It's not, I mean, somebody with a clear mind will know that we have never asked for anybody to die. I mean, I've seen on X, right? X is a cesspool now of racism. Like I said earlier, everybody who's a right wing now are free in X. Elon Musk himself is supporting one Twitter bus. I'm gonna review those accounts soon, and we'll put it like this: Twitter bus or boer, right? Twitter bus is one complicated racist nonsense in Cape Town that is really stirring the pot. And Elon Musk is actually a subscriber to this guy. So this guy gets paid by tweeting everything. He tweets, millions of people see it, he gets paid for that. Many of them are being done. I mean, I think maybe that's now what they're doing, what they call WEE, White Economic Empowerment. Because everybody now in X is either checked, they've got a blue check marker like myself, but they are paid more than us. They are paid for tweeting. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later on. So this is the lie that they spread to the US and say, no, yeah, it's calling for someone to be killed. No, it's not calling for anyone to be killed. That is a lie.
whether you refer to Boers as only being farmers, or when you refer to Boers as being white people or Afrikaans-speaking people, it doesn't matter. You should never call for the killing of any part of this nation of ours. Let me give you an example. The Democratic Alliance is a party for capitalism. We believe that the capitalist system works, and that is what should be out there. We have never called for the killing or the harming of any communist person. It should not be like that.
Your logic is not sound, really. Your logic is not sound, man. You can't say, just because I never called for communists to be killed, then why should someone say kill the Boer? We're talking about the system of apartheid, bruh, which is not ended. You're still there. You yourself have got a farm, but you're the GA spokesperson, so you're getting paid twice. Can you share your farm with us? Can you?
And for the EFF or anybody to stand on a stage and to think that if they chant that song, it will help build this country, it's definitely not right.
Yeah. And
I am a farmer. My wife sometimes are on the farm alone at night. When she hears that, or when any farmer's wife hears that, if we want to talk specifically about people in the farms, she does not like that. She feels unsafe. And you're right.
Wow. You don't talk about forever perpetuate victimhood, man. This is what I'm talking about here. What the hell? Oh, I'm a farmer. I've got a farm myself. My wife, whenever he hears this song, oh my God, she's so afraid. Or any other farmer's wife, then he hears this song. What the? Yo, Jehovah. Look at that. Yeah. Too much. No, but it's not right, Bahaj. It's not right at all. It can't even be entertained. They're calling us victims. They're calling us they tell us you must move on from apartheid, you're already victims. But here this person is saying, my wife, when he hears this thing, oh my God, she's so afraid. Oh my God, she's gonna die. Oh my God, we're gonna die in our sleep. Yeah, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Get some balls, really. There's nothing like that. Because no one says you must go and kill a white person. You know, this guy is rich and he's all over the place. Why is he not dead? If we are out there to kill farmers, why is he still alive as a farmer? That should be a question. Why is he still alive as a farmer if you're out there to kill farmers? He's a farmer, right? But he's still alive. Why?
He said, when we talk about farmers and people being murdered, we're not only talking about the farm owner, whether it's a black or a white person. We're talking about people on our farms, people in our rural communities.
Yeah.
But that's not the question. The question here remains, is this contributing towards nation building, yes or no? And it definitely is not.
Okay, let's clarify this, really, because I'm a bit worried about this messaging that it calls for the killing of white people, right? Because the Constitutional Court, in fact, you go far to the lowest court, they said if the song doesn't incite violence, you have to look at it within the political context, historical context. This is a song that was sung to challenge the system at the time, the system of apartheid. The EFF has said in court, we are using this song. We're not saying go kill white people. We're singing this song again to decry the injustices and also this current system of government under the ANC. Are you insinuating that people who hear this song would generally want to go on a killing spree of white farmers?
Clement, it's not only about the people that hears a song that sees it as a request or as an instruction, which it might or might not be. It is also about the feelings of the people that hear the song and feel threatened by it. I can remember when I was at school, we had a specific nickname for a specific person. And calling him that name every day. But at a later stage, we realized that he does not like being called that name. And I had to ask myself the question, is my right to call him a nickname stronger than his right not to be called that?
What about our rights not to be treated like second-class citizens? Did you ever think about that? What about our rights never to be put in townships, bruh? With no running water, sanitation, or lights? When you were enjoying suburbs with electricity and everything else, and our mothers were your mates. What about our rights just to have human dignity, not to be being given this huge book called a pass book, then you have to carry all over the place? What about our rights about just being human black persons in this country, equal to you in everything, education, jobs, what about those rights? Where were they? We're going to talk about a song, a chant that says chant, kill the system, not kill an individual. It's so rich, these people, to come now and try to act all democracies like it's their invention. They never wanted it in the first place. We fought for this democracy to come like in 94. It's not like these people went out there and voted for the ANC. They voted for a Conservative Party, which is now the DA. You understand? They went out there and opposed the very Mandela they now claim to love today. But then they talk as if, no, nation building is our thing. As if it's them trying to come to us and we are rejecting them. Hypocrites.
That name. And I had to stop because I knew that this is hurting him. And I think this is where we are at this stage in our country. It's not only about what people perceive, people might think the instruction might be, or what the historical value is. I think the EFF and people singing the song must also realize that there are fellow South Africans that does not like that.
Okay.
And then ask themselves, why, if we know that there are people that might threaten, rightly or wrongly, it's not the question. Why continue with it? Why continue after 31 years of democracy, where we are trying to build a nation? And again, this is a distinguishing between the builders on the one hand and the breakers on the other hand. We've got to build a nation. I want to live in peace with everybody in this country. I'm not going to walk around and shouting threatening songs or phrases out there at all, because I know it will not build this country. And we expect exactly the same from every single citizen who loves this country and its people.
Yeah, I want to bring in Ngobile in a moment. But before I do, Vili, if the EFF says to you, we are not calling on white people to be killed, why do you insist on being hurt by the song? And let me ask it differently as well. Are you aware of any white farmer that has been killed by someone who heard or sang the song?
No, I'm not. But that is, again, not the question. The question is whether...
Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes it's not nice for you to stand up there and make a fool of yourself. Have you ever heard of any white farmer being killed because of the song? No, I have not. Okay.
Whether this contributes to nation building. And if the EFF or anybody says that this does, then I've got to ask myself, what is nation building? If nation building is threatening or singing songs that is definitely not working towards a cohesion in this country, then you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing that? And again, whether it's leading to a specific murder, that is not the question. One murder is too many. Whether it's a murder on the Cape Flats or a murder in Johannesburg or a murder on a farm, whether it's a farm worker or whether it's a farm owner, whether it's black or white, it doesn't matter. It is one too many.
But it's called crimes, isn't it? It's not specifically being fueled by the EFF singing Tibulubunu. It's called crime. It affects us all. I can drive now high from the studio, go home and I get shot or I get hijacked. It's crime. That hijacker won't say, "Oh, I heard Malema saying kill the boer, kill the farmer." So I saw this guy in a car and I thought he was white and I shot him. Nation building has never been your thing, Vili Okampo. Nation building has never been your thing. Okay, so let us not try to act as if now nation building it's all about us and what. It has never been about you. You never tried to do any nation building with us. We are the ones who voted for the ANC in '94 to build this nation. You never became part of us in any shape or form. Let's continue.
We've again got to ask ourselves: is kill the boer, kill the farmer? And just by the way, the words "kill the farmer" was not part of the original song that was sung in the struggle era. They've added the words "kill the farmer." Kill the boer referred to a specific group of people.
Okay.
Kill the farmer refers to a specific employment type of person. That is the person farming on a farm. And that should not be condoned. Not at all.
Yeah, let me bring in Ngobile. I've given you enough time to make your opening statement. Ngobile, as the EFF, what is your context? So maybe first of all, give us your reaction as the EFF to this ruling that really puts the matter to bed from the Constitutional Court, and help us understand what your context as the EFF is for singing this song.
Good evening, Clement, to you and your viewers. First and foremost, what a nice way to end today's day. What a nice way to end Human Rights Month, whereby our victory was sealed in the Constitutional Court today with this delivery of this judgment on this matter. Now, in the contents of the EFF, we are happy that our courts are not seeking to erase the injustices of the past, and they are not seeking to make us to forget the injustices of the past. We sing this song in order as a way of protesting against forgetting the injustices of the past. We want to continuously remember, because the system that oppressed us during the apartheid, during colonialism, is still there. The systematic exclusion of black people from participating in the economy of this country is still happening to this day. The systematic exclusion and disposition of land of our people is still happening now. Majority of the land, 79% of the land of South Africa, is in the hands of white people at the exclusion of black people. Now, if William wants to speak about nation building, the Afrikaners who own the land of this country should be ashamed of themselves, should come to the party and willingly give the land that they own, so that the land ownership of this country reflects the demographics of South Africa. So that's the content. We are very happy to end Human Rights Month, and we are happy that once and for all, the matter has now been settled. No one will take it anywhere, and we will continue to sing and chant. This is a chant. The problem with people like William is that they want to interpret a chant. They want to monitor and police us on how we must feel about the injustices of the past. We'll never forget what the colonies and apartheid government did to our people. It's something that we must continue to teach for generations to come. This song must be sung. We found it is a struggle song. It was sung long before we were born. It was sung when land disposition started to happen in this country. And it must continue to sing. It's a song that says, kill the poor means we are fighting the system, kill the system.
You know, to add on that, what she said earlier, she said something like, you know, these people want us to enjoy this democracy in their own terms. And I tend to agree with that. You know, they want us to enjoy this democracy in their own terms. You know, no, you are free now to come into the same shop with me. You are free now to sit in the same bars with me. You are free now to eat in the same restaurant as me, but you cannot come and actually staying next to me. It's something else. Cape Town, you can't even buy a house in the suburbs, because for black people it's super expensive. For white, it's fine. You know, so our own, and you mustn't remind us of what we did to you. You mustn't learn history. You mustn't watch all these old Sarafina movies for, you know. You mustn't do stuff that's going to remind you of where you come from. Just relax, man. Let it go. You're enjoying. It's their own terms. We can't have that. We can't enjoy democracy in your terms. The very people. We can't be doing this to make you feel better. We can't do that. We're going to use anything that is from the struggle era. Is it songs? Is it movies? Is it books? So that we can teach our kids as well. Because your kids know Voortrekkers. Your kids know the Voortrekker monument in Pretoria. They know it. And they go there and they get indoctrinated. They know it and they get indoctrinated. Your kids. So if you're going to come and act and say, no, but we cannot do this, it's because they want us to do things on our own, in their own terms. And that is not going to happen.
The systematic system, which is apartheid, systematic system that seeks to exclude the majority of our people from economic activities, that excludes our people from land ownership. That's the system. If it's the system, that's why it's going to be feeling intimidated. Because it is a system there. Yeah. We are fighting a system, not an individual. The song does not point out that go and kill a William Okapo. I say we are killing the system, which is oppression and exclusion of people from participating.
So the argument by the DA is that as a society, we should be working towards this unity and healing and not seeing these songs that sort of deepen the rifts that still exist in our country. Do you not believe that this song is divisive, given that there are some stakeholders or sectors of our society that say we are quite worried about the song when it's chanted and what the messaging may be?
We're not worried, and we want to use this opportunity to call on the white South Africans who are owning hectares of land at the exclusion of our majority people to come to the party if they want to build a nation and want to contribute to honest nation building. How do they feel when they own land at the exclusion of the majority of the people? They should be ashamed that land ownership of this country does not reflect the demographics of South Africa. So they should be ashamed. They should be the first ones to volunteer and come and say to government, come government, here's our land we're offering. How does one family own thousands of hectares of land alone? And then they see our people living in squalor in the township, who are trapped as black people living in squalor in the townships. We look like sardines stuck in a tin fish. There's no space where we're living. And they know that this land that they own was forcefully dispossessed and stolen from us. It's not like they bought the land. It was stolen. They are beneficiaries of stolen land. They are beneficiaries of apartheid regime. To this day, they want to enjoy the privileges they got through land dispossession. They should be ashamed of themselves as white people that they really want to speak about nation building at the exclusion of our people. It cannot be, Clement, that we allow this thing to continue. So our people must continue to sing that song until attainment of the land, until they are rightfully participating in the economy of South Africa. Until then, Clement, we must continue to sing the song. Those who feel threatened by it, they are threatened by equality. They are threatened if they want to act like Cinderella because the shoe fits, they must wear it. But there's no single farmer that has ever been killed when the EFF saying kill the poor and kill the farmer. Because our people understand it's a struggle song. It's not meant to target an individual or a race of people. It's meant to target a system, which is apartheid and exclusion of our people.
Okay, really, when you hear the EFF say that, explain to you the historical and political context. You did say earlier that you're not aware of any farmer that has been killed because this song was sung or they heard the song. You're not aware of any farmer that has somehow been pushed the wrong way. What you are addressing here is that there are people that feel uncomfortable about the song. But I could come wearing this red tie, really, and there are some people that may be offended by it until I explain the context of it. When people explain this context, in this case the EFF, and says, no, really, don't worry. You and your wife don't have to worry. We are not calling for you to be killed. This is a song that has links to history. This is our own context. If the people who are singing...
Clement, they do know. They know exactly what this song is all about. It's just that they want us to do this democracy on their own terms. They still want to tell us what to do. They still want to tell us how must we enjoy our hard-earned democracy. So they do know what this song is all about, brother. It's not like they don't know. They know exactly what this song means. They know exactly what this song is all about. They know that. It's just that they still want to control black people. That is the problem right there.
Singing this song are saying that, why then do we still want to go back to, at the end of the day, I still feel offended. At the end of the day, I still feel like they want to kill me. When the people who are singing it are saying, that's not the message that we're sending out.
Then I challenge Julius Malema to go on a stage and openly say that he do not ask for the killing of anybody. I challenge him to do that.
But he did say that. He did say we're not calling upon a killing of any white person. He said we're gonna we're gonna slit the throat of whiteness, not a person. He said that.
He said that in the clip that I played during my comment.
Well, sorry, I did not hear that. But the point of the matter is that when you stand on a stage and you say, "Pow, pow, kill the boer, kill the farmer," and I would like to just read you the words of this initial song. Let me just read it to you. It said, "The cowards are scared. Shoot, shoot, shoot the boer. Shoot, shoot, shoot the boer. These dogs are raping. Shoot, shoot, shoot the boer. The cowards are scared. Shoot, shoot." Never in the original song was the word farmer mentioned. So the moment that you change it, you're not speaking about the originality of a struggle song. And I think we've got to look at that as well. Why bring in the word farmer? Why bring in a specific group of...
So now you want to tell us what our songs were, how we sing our songs before? Really? It's the audacity of these people. Now going to tell us how we used to sing our songs? Are you serious?
People that you want to target. Clement, this should not be where we are in this country. We should ask ourselves whether this is nation building. This type of divisive language is not only damaging us on a local level, it has international repercussions as well. Our reputation on the global stage is at risk when such hatred is openly condoned. It's making our country more vulnerable to the external scrutiny. The court's ruling in this matter, however controversial, should not be seen as a validation of its acceptability in the broader social context, Clement. And we've got to ask ourselves whether this is contributing to getting South Africa in a better place or not. And it is not.
So, Willie, we've just had Nqobile explain on top of the clip I played earlier that we are not calling for the killing of white people. I think we're moving somewhere here because you do admit that no person has ever been inspired, at least to your knowledge, to go kill a white person just because a song has been sung. AfriForum itself has failed to prove that the lyrics of the song could reasonably be construed to demonstrate a clear intention to harm or to propagate any violence or hatred. So you said, Julius Malema, you challenge him to go out and say we're not calling for the killing of white people. I'm happy to replay that clip again, but you've just heard now from someone who's part of the central command team of the EFF saying that's not what we are calling for. So with that assurance, are you okay, given that the courts have given the green line, given that the EFF itself that sings the song says, don't worry, really, we're not calling for anybody to kill you or anybody who is a white farmer. Are you then at ease to allow them to continue singing this song within that political context?
No, I'm not, Clement, because there are people out there on which behalf EFF can't speak. People's action, they do not control that. Why don't Julius Malema go out there? I've never heard Julius Malema in my life condemn any farm attack. I've never heard him condemn a farm attack and say that it should stop.
Okay.
I've never heard him. To say don't kill farmers is one thing, but go out and condemn it when a farm attack happened. Come with me to Hartswater, where 3 people of the Brandt family was murdered. Go and stand there with me in solidarity with that family in court. Don't go and picket outside of the court in support of the accused, which happened in certain instances. So, Clement, again, ask yourself whether this is contributing towards nation building. It is not. Let's get to a point where we obviously recognize the injustices of the past. We must never forget that. I fully agree with that. There was such a lot.
So how do you do that, Willie? How do you recognize the injustice of the past? By just saying it? Can you give your land back, your farm, to your workers to say, listen, guys, that's your land. I'm done. I'm rich enough. I'll see what I can do. Can you go out and say, let's dismantle Rania? Because Rania actually is a reminder of our past, the terrible side of it, by the way, not about a song. If the man, this is the rhetoric that the DA always says. Oh, we have to, remember the injustice of the past. By doing what? By just saying them. By just saying it. Say, oh, we remember, we can never forget. Yeah, you can never forget only when it suits you. If you want Malema to come and condemn and stand in solidarity, blah, blah, whatever, go to Orania, dismantle Orania and say, listen, guys, you say you're Afrikaners like me, but not in my color, not in my name. Then maybe we can take you serious somehow. Maybe we can take you serious somehow. Because actually, you're actually doing something very serious. Then we can take you serious. But if you're not going to do that, then what's the use? And what's the point of you talking as if you are the custodians of our democracy? You are the driver of our democracy. This is nonsense. Hypocrisy is best. People who benefited from apartheid for years, who were forced to stop the system, who never went on and said, listen, this is done. And then he'll remind you on X, oh, yeah, we voted yes on 1992 referendum. No, you didn't. You were forced to do that because you didn't see. There was no way South Africa will ever survive. No sporting code, no exports, no imports, no nothing. You were suffering. Your white businesses were suffering. So you just had to give in. A lot
of things in this country that went wrong. And we should never forget about that. But we should also not make the same mistakes again and try to divide this country via racial lines ever again. We are a united country and we should not be divided by racial lines.
Yeah, please come in there.
Let's first start here, Clement. The EFF does not take instructions from Willie, and our activism will never be policed by Willie, by directing us on which issues we must take, on which court cases we must attend. He must leave that mentality of being a boss. He's not a boss, he's not our boss. We don't take instructions from him.
Absolutely ridiculous saying that. It's
okay, hold on. Willie, I gave you an opportunity to speak. Let's hear him. I'll give you a chance.
If he does not like it, unfortunately for him, they've exhausted all the courts of this land. The highest court of the land has ruled on the matter. We will continue to sing Kill the Poor, Kill the Farmer, because that song is a struggle song. It reminds us where we come from, and we want to teach future generations where we come from and why we are in the situation we find ourselves in. So Willie must never think he can police our activism and channel us on issues that we must raise. We're an independent political party. We don't have white people we report to. We're in EFF. We report to the membership of the EFF, and we'll sing the song. If he's uncomfortable, tough luck for him with his uncomfortability. We're not here as the EFF to make white people or anybody comfortable. We're here to make the comfortable uncomfortable. We're here to disrupt the status quo, to ensure that our people struggles ahead. And the struggle of our people is land. Our people are looking for land. Willie must share his farm there. He's owning a farm. He just told you now. He owns a farm. Me and you, Clement, sitting here in this interview, we don't own land. We don't own farms, both of us. Any black person there in studio with you, they have got no access to land ownership. 90% of the land of this country is owned by white people alone. And we should never take that for granted and allow people like Willie to dictate to us what should be at the center of the struggle. What is at the center of the struggle of the EFF is economic freedom in our lifetime. And that includes expropriation of South Africa's land without compensation and nationalization of banks and other strategic sectors of the economy for the benefit of our people. That's why Willie is uncomfortable, because he knows what the EFF stands for. He knows that under the EFF government, he will not own a farm alone. Black people, farm ownership will show the demographics of this country. So he's afraid of equality. Any white person, ask them what they're afraid of. They are afraid of being equal to black people. And under the EFF government, we're going to ensure that it happens.
Willie Orkamp, I'll give you an opportunity, Willie, before we wrap up. Willie Orkamp Ngobile makes a point that there was no farmer in the original Tubuli Punu song. What's your response to that? As the EFF, is that something you've added?
We can sing any struggle song anyhow we see fit. Like I've explained, we can't be policed by Willie trying to detect to us what is it that we can do or we cannot do. That will happen only during apartheid. This is a democratic South Africa. We're an independent political party. We are not some desk of the Democratic Alliance of AfriForum. We'll do as we please, and everything we've done so far. The AfriForum lost that case in Equality Court. They lost the case in the Supreme Court. They've now lost in the Constitutional Court. Clearly, it shows that they've got no sense of what they're talking about. They are just grasping at straws, looking for relevance using the name of the EFF. We understand for anyone to get attention in this country, they must use the name of the EFF. They've overused that card now. Willie, please, you've got no say in how we conduct the business of economic freedom fighters, and you've got no say. You are the last person to police us on how we must feel about the injustices of the past. You are the biggest beneficiary of the apartheid regime. You still have those assets you acquired during apartheid. So you really, it's a mockery of our struggle for you really? To be boldly sent here to come and speak on a sensitive issue like this.
Yeah, Willie, you can come in there.
Clement, I've never inherited one thing in my life. What I've got, and a lot of people in this country have got, they've worked hard for. But let's...
I like this one of saying we work hard for. Let's explain that a little bit. We work hard for. One, remember after World War II, there was a poor white problem in this country. were white people who went to fight for the Germans because Herzog told them to go there. They came back and they were poor. Our fathers, my father was part of that. He almost got into the Mendy ship, which sank by the U-boats. Germany destroyed it. But then luckily, they never went as far as the training camps. And they were not even trained to fight. They were trained to become laborers in World War II. Another history lesson for another day. When they came back, there was this thing of the poor white problem, okay, that they had in this country. So what must the government do? They created all the SOEs, Spornet, which is Transnet now, Dinel, Eskom, the rest of them. They even had a land bank done so that they can give this person's ancestors and grandfathers land and farms so that they can stop being poor. So I don't know when he says all we have done is we work hard for. What did you work hard for? They didn't do work hard for nothing. My father told me they were given a bicycle, a trench from the war, a trench coat and boxer. Boxer? The boxer, the tobacco, the big bag, the yellow one. They were given that. As a reward, these ones were given land. They were given money. Land bank was created for them. So they can be able to borrow money from the land bank and continue farming. So you must not lie and tell people that, no, we worked hard for this. They never worked hard for nothing. Look at John Steenhuisen. John Steenhuisen was a dog shampoo salesperson. He was taken from the streets to become a leader of the DA. Above people with dog trades, black people with dog trades in the DA. He himself might not even have a matric this one. You'll never know. But his national spokesperson, because the color of his skin told him, no, he's white. That means he qualifies automatically. And he speaks about, everything done, everything. What again? Everything. We worked hard. Jesus Christ.
Let's not go in there. I can understand.
Hold on, Ngobile, hold on. Ngobile, hold on a second. Ngobile, hold on a second. Ngobile, I'll give you a chance. Let's hear Vili respond to what you had to say.
Chairman, again, even if the highest court today dismissed their right to appeal, again, that should not be the question. And we are not instructing the EFF. I'm just merely pointing out that Julius Malema or no EFF member has ever attended a trial where a farmer or farm worker was murdered. They have never. Let's join hands in this. Maybe we can work together to stop this thing. So I'm inviting you. I'm not instructing you. Clement,
hold on, Ngobile, please,
I'm not
please.
Instructing you. Yeah. I'm inviting you. Give me your phone number, and when we are at Parliament on Tuesday, I will come and sit with you, and I will show you pictures of people killed on farms, and I will invite you to come with me the next time something like that happens, whether it's a white farmer or a black farmer. I do not care, but let's join hands and condemn this. Let's not do anything that can enhance this. Let's work together to correct the injustices of the past. And yes, you're right. Maybe I, Willie Oukamp, do not feel exactly like that because I was a white person in the apartheid era. But that does not mean that it was right firstly, and that does not mean that we should stop correcting that. I'm a member of Parliament. This is a calling for me, and I want to every day work towards building a better future for every South African. Black, white, Indian, colored, I do not care. We've got to build a new South Africa. We've got to always remember the past, but always remember that we are now one nation, and we've got to work towards building this nation and really walk away from any single thing that can break down the cohesion that we are trying so hard to work.
Then go and dismantle Orania. That's all I'm saying. Don't talk to me about the song. Go dismantle Orania. Then I'll take you serious.
Let me ask this before Ngobile comes in, really. Are you prepared as the DA? And I would ask AfriForum the same question if I had them here with us. Are you prepared to also say to your constituency, to explain to them that the EFF is not calling for people to kill you?
Yes.
It's not calling for you to be killed, because you yourself know that nobody has ever been killed in this country who's a white farmer because of the song that's been sung. The courts have already said no evidence. Are you prepared to actually go? Because here's my challenge is, there's often fear-mongering here. And I hear what you say about being a united country, but that attempt must also come from you as the DA. You need to say to your people that are telling you that I'm scared I'm going to be killed. You need to tell them that this is a historical song. That's a political song that doesn't directly say go and pick up arms and kill white people. Are you prepared to do that? Because otherwise, this is fear-mongering. We are perpetuating exactly what the court say it's not true.
Clement, I'm not. And the moment that somebody stands on a stage with television cameras pointing like this...
So you can continue lying to your own people. What? To keep it relevant? Instead of telling the truth? No, guys. Because what Clement said was the truth, guys. What he said was the truth. But so are you prepared to sit there and still lie to your own people? Wow.
Pulling a trigger, asking and saying, kill the boer, kill the farmer, pow, pow. It is not on. And I will not be able to tell anybody, again, black or white, that does not ask for the killing of people. That is how I interpret it. And that is how a lot of people interpret it. So to think that we must go out there and tell people, you know what, the EFF is not serious when they say kill the boer. Clement, how would you feel if somebody says kill Clement's mother? It's the same thing.
That's not true.
Even if you know,
that's not what the song says. Really, that's not what the song says. Yeah, but that's, you know, that's not what the song says. In fact, the court, this matter would never have gone up to the Constitutional Court and they found in this way.
Watch it, go kill your mother. No, these people are forcing things, guys. Come on. Hey, tell me what you think in the comments below, man. These people are forcing things. Imagine it. What do you feel if somebody says, Clement, go kill your mother? Like, really? That's what happens when you grasp at straws. That's what happens when you're trying to force an issue that is not there. Something that you want to create that is not there. That's what happens. Shame, unfortunately, for this person. And the groups that are there. You know, these people are so brazen. They're so brave to go out there and protest against a bill that says my black child. And they talk about unity, right? A bill that says my black child can go and into a school with their own kids at the same time and get the same education. But they can go and protest against that. Wow. But they talk about nation building.
Well, you know that. I think that's clutching at straws there.
Yeah.
No, it's not, Clement. Clement, the point that I'm making,
okay, wait.
The point that I'm making is
yes,
don't
finish your point.
Killing of anybody. There might be people that feel threatened. Why do something if people might feel?
That is their problem. We feel threatened. We feel threatened every single day in this country. Crime affects us all. We drive with our windows rolled up as well. In robots, when we stop at traffic lights, we roll up our windows because we are afraid we will lock our cars. But we don't condemn staying outside. We can't do that. Ivana.
Why say something if you don't mean it? We've got to mean what we say. Don't say something and you don't mean it, and then you know that there's a lot of division created by that. What is then the reason of saying that? It should not be said then. If you really don't mean it, why say it at all? Let's become serious. Let's not threaten each other. Let's work together. And again, I'm asking, come with me where a farmer has been murdered, and let's support those families. Doesn't matter of which race. I'm inviting you. I'm actually.
Yeah. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to? Yeah. Are you prepared to come to Soshanguve as well with the EFF or other parties? Because again, that is the impression that come with me when a farmer, whether black or white, is killed. That again creates an impression that farm matters are actually what is the biggest crisis in this country. But when you look at the statistics, well, hold on. When you look at the statistics, gender-based violence, when you look at the statistics, the Cape Flats. So again, when you say that, the impression being created is that is actually the biggest crime problem we have. But in fact, as devastating as that is what's happening to farmers, both black and white, and now we know that it's actually more workers who get killed than the farm owners themselves, then let's have a conversation about going to the Cape Flats. How about we unite there? Let's have a conversation about when patrollers are killed in Soshanguve, you, EFF, the DA and other parties, let's go there together.
Clement, the DA has been there many times. I can give you an example of Ian Cameron, colleague of mine who is the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Police. Go and ask anybody in the Cape, on the Cape Flats. Who is the one person that's there that tried to protect them? It's Ian Cameron from the DA. We've been there. We've been there in various different trials, whether it's a farm attack, whether it's a rape, whether it's a murder of somebody on the Cape Flats. It does not matter. We must be there for everybody. We must condemn all murders. We must condemn all gender-based violence. And that's the point that I make. You should not do anything that promotes any form of violence. In this instance, we are talking about the farmers because in their song, they used the word farmer. They asked, kill the boer, kill the farmer, which is, as again I point out, not part of the original struggle song. So they changed it. It should not be like that. Okay. Let's be responsible. Let's be the adults in the room. Let's get together. Although we might differ logically with regards to certain things, let's condemn what is wrong. Let's work towards what is right. And let's take hands and do that.
Yeah, let me give you a chance here to come in and what are your last words?
Clement, it's very funny that William says that he doesn't see the EFF anyway. We are on a daily basis, Monday to Friday, the EFF is in different courts across the country, supporting victims of gender-based violence, supporting families of people who have been killed in gender-based violence, women who have been raped, children who have been raped. I have never seen the Democratic Alliance, not even in one court case that we attend on those issues. Now he wants to invite me to go and see his farms and see the opulence in which he and his constituency live in, and just to expose the poverty of black people so that I can go and see the opulence they live in at the expense of our people. We'll continue to sing. He's not being genuine, William, and the DA or AfriForum. The song we further even say, kiss the boer, kiss the farmer. He doesn't complain about that because we're speaking about kissing. He's got no problem with it. Every time we sing, we even chant, mwah, 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 kiss the farmer, kiss the boer. So we'll continue to sing the song. There's victory now. The matter is closed. They can go and cry in the streets because they've got no regard for our constitutional court. That's why he's standing here boldly going against a court ruling, a constitutional court ruling. He's saying that it was wrong for it to rule in the manner it did. Continue to undermine our courts. So it's fine, let him continue. We'll continue to sing the song. We'll never forget the struggle of the land. We continue to call for kiss the boer, kill the farmer. Okay. We know it means to us, kill the system which seeks to exclude black people from owning land, which seeks to exclude black people from participating in the economy of this country. And that is a system that is meant to exclude people from having economical power, black people from having economical power. And we are not ashamed of continuing to sing that song, and we'll continue to sing it until they turn blue and green. There's nothing they can do about it. The Court has ruled on the matter, and they can't say that it's the EFF that's making the global community to have a problem with this song. How does the global community have anything to do with this? Because it has nothing to do with them. This is a song that was sung during apartheid. There is no global country that does not know that South Africa, 32 years ago, there was apartheid in this country. We were living under oppression. There was a government that was not elected by the majority.
All right.
So it is not something new. The world knows what we have been through as South Africa. It's not anything new. In order for us to rebuild this country, I'm calling on you, William, share the farm that we have. Share that farm with your black workers who are working there on a daily basis in that farm to feed you and your family. We are calling on all farm owners to share the land now in order to build this country. If you want to speak about nation building, let's share the wealth of this country. Let's share the land.
I've gone out of time, guys, and I have to leave it there. I think I've given us enough time. I've pushed this further than I was supposed to. I have to thank both of you. Ngobile Mhlongo, who is a member of the EFF Central Command Team. The Democratic Alliance is Vili Ocamp as well, who is a member of the DA's Federal Executive. Where do you stand on this? The EFF...
All right, yeah, that was Clement Manyathela. Arefa, this one. So let's talk a little bit, guys, about this thing. What do you guys think? Tell me. Comments below, comment or what do you guys think about this thing? Now, I don't like the hypocrisy of the DA. I don't like that. Ne? I don't like the hypocrisy of the DA. Nation building for them is when it suits them, when it's not threatening anything. So how are they nation building us if they're against the Bella Act? How are they nation building us when they're against the NHI? Where a black person cannot go with the same, has to be asked, do you have a medical aid before you can be admitted to a private hospital? Where is their nation building when it comes to all those things? The Expropriation Act. Where is their nation building there? Why are they against BEE? Why are they against, everything that is trying to address or redress what happened before? They are against that. How is that nation building? So nation building for them is when it suits them. It's when it benefits them in a way. That's when nation building works. When it benefits them. When it's more of it's them benefiting everything else. Like I said earlier, this is more of them trying to tell us we need to enjoy this democracy on their own terms. Not on the terms that is there in the law, but in their own terms. You know what I'm saying? So we should enjoy this democracy in their own. We shouldn't enjoy this democracy in the terms that we voted for them to us to have freedom. Up to so far, South Africa, when the ANC came into power, what the ANC did, it never concentrated on black people only. It did the whole South Africa equally. The whole South Africa equally was taken care of. Right? That is why most black people are still in poverty today. Their government was concentrating on them. I told you earlier about this thing here, the poor problem. What happened there? The poor problem, what happened there? When they created SOEs just to take care of white people, they created a whole bank, a whole land bank to give these people support and loans. Whereas a black person was never allowed to own land. They gave hectares of land to these people. And it's okay. For them, it's fine because it suits them. For them, because it's okay for them. Hey, they are white, by the way. They are better than me. You see? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know where are we going with this thing? Why do you have hypocrites like Billy Ocampo and the rest of the DA? They are protesting. They are protesting in Pretoria against inclusion of black kids in their schools because they said if the Bella Act continues, they will never have exclusive African schools only. My child can't go and study Africans because they don't know Africans. They're not going to pass. So now they're trying to bring back apartheid by just giving us this cosmetic thing. No, but it's more about race. It's more about it's more about culture and language preservation. And there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. We can't let these people take us back to apartheid, guys, and we can't let them now dictate to us how we're supposed to enjoy this apartheid, this democracy. They didn't fight for it. We did. Never forget that as a black person. And you as a black person, a DA, you better get out. I mean, it's embarrassing enough that we have you there. Why are you still in there in the first place? Just get out and join us on the struggle to make sure that you're going to be fine. They still see you as a black person, by the way. They don't see you as, they see you as a clever black. They see you as a better than them. Well, now you're not like them. And then you, oh yeah, a white person said I'm not like them. Yeah. And when you leave those meetings, I saw some of them go to show her some things I saw, and they're so funny. I saw there were some black people in the Bella March wearing blue t-shirts. I'm like, wow, okay. Do you know that these people are marching that your child cannot attend that school because that school is for white kids only? Do you have an idea that's what's happening? Or you are just there because you are told to come because you are part of the DA? So sing Dubuli Bono Bakaichu. We are not going to be told by these people how we should enjoy our democracy. They didn't vote for it. Our parents did, and I did myself when it was time for me to vote. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I love you. Please subscribe to our channel. If you like what I said now, if you like what I just saw, please subscribe to our channel and talk to me. Subscribe to our channel. Share this video, please. Thumbs up as well. That at least to be pushed that the algorithm of YouTube can actually push it up, that people can watch it more. All right, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, comment below, and like the video. And I want to thank today's sponsor, Segongane Medical Service and Clinic, for sponsoring today's video. We thank you so much, guys. We thank you so much for giving us the money so that we can operate like this. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye.